Tonight, as Gaza faces mass starvation, a Toronto lawyer says Canada's visa system is failing Palestinian families. You're watching Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha Ashraf. A Toronto immigration lawyer is calling on Canada to speed up visa approvals for Palestinians as they are facing severe famine in the enclave. Debbie Rackless says she has been involved in at least 5 cases where people died before the visas were processed under a special family reunification program. Canada capped the program at 5,000 applications, but fewer than 1,200 visas have been granted since it opened in January last year. The biometric requirement remains a major hurdle, especially with no processing center in Gaza and the Rafah crossing closed. Rackless says families are stranded in Egypt without health care or schooling, waiting over a year for updates. Meanwhile, several Liberal MPs are publicly urging the government to follow France's lead and formally recognize a Palestinian state. This comes as a recent report by the World Health Organization shows 63 people have died of malnutrition in Gaza in July alone. 25 of the deceased are children. The federal New Democratic Party has unveiled new rules for next year, adding safeguards against foreign interference and third-party influence. Candidates must gather diverse support, including 10% of signatures from members aged 25 or under. They must also pay a $100,000 entry fee. The contest will use a ranked ballot and conclude at the party's March convention in Winnipeg. The campaign officially begins in September with debates planned for November and February. New protocols require leadership teams to attend briefings on foreign interference and restrict cooperation with outside groups. The federal government will stop funding hotel rooms for asylum seekers by September 30th, affecting nearly 500 people still housed in Ontario and Quebec. Immigration officials say the program was always meant to be temporary. They say the government has spent over $1.1 billion since 2020. Advocates warned the decision could push more asylum seekers into overcrowded shelters or onto the streets, especially amid Canada's worsening housing crisis. The move follows the quiet cancellation of a $68 million asylum system overhaul. Canada's military police watchdog is launching a public hearing after a civilian painter alleged he was assaulted during a training drill at a Montreal base. The man says officers pointed weapons at him, dragged him, and left him outside in freezing temperatures during an active shooter exercise he was not aware of. The complaint claims the incident caused lasting trauma, echoing the man's past experiences in Rwanda. Military police initially dismissed it as part of training. However, the watchdog says the conduct raises serious concerns. The hearing will be mostly virtual, with a date to be announced. Thank you for watching Muslim News Canada. We are a community channel dedicated to bringing you stories you can trust. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content. You can also comment to let us know what you think of our coverage. You can donate now by visiting muslimnetwork.tv/donate. For more content, keep watching Muslim Network TV. Salam.